As predicted, XRP's price will rise to $60,000 in an item that was quickly taken down just a few minutes later. The article was so big that Google, AI, Bing AI, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and all the other AI platforms were only able to see it for a short time, to confirm that it did exist. The title of the article that went viral was "The New Bitcoin is XRP," and it set the price at $59,472. It was posted on Forbes quickly before being taken down after the publication. The report included a huge quote tweet from Ripple's CTO saying that XRP's pricing can't be very low and that it makes more sense for XRP to cost more than $1 million per XRP instead of $1 per XRP. This is the exact verbatim tweet that was taken, and it shows by David Shaw, Triple CTO, that it can't be dirt cheap because that doesn't make any sense. If XRP costs $1, the customer would require more than 1 million of them, which would cost them $1 million. If each XRP costs $1 million, though, you would only need 1 XRP to reach that price. The distinction is that payments are lower when prices go up. You can buy $1 million with Bitcoin right now, but when Bitcoin was only worth $300, it would influence the market too much and be too expensive to use. That's why bigger values make payments cheaper. Ripple XRP's CTO and founder said that XRP's price is more useful at $1 million than at $1. This is because the second founder of XRP and the co-founder of Ripple Labs also thought that XRP could be worth more than $10,000 and could be used all over the world. Arthur Brittou stressed that it should have always been intended for $10,000 and that it was made to be expandable around the world, to fit the needs of the world's population of over 7.5 billion people. This is the founder of Ripple again. This is the person who invented XRP, talking about how it was made to be worth $10,000 per XRP and how it could grow to fit the whole world, which at the time was 7.5 billion people. And there's more. Many government leaders have also said that the central banks set the price of XRP. In reality, there are more than 100 analysts from a variety of fields. We're going to show you 2 of the best analysts today. One from a very important position that is occupied. He is one of the most famous and powerful guys and knows everyone at the central bank. He knows people who work there and has a lot of information about it. The second film is from the heads of one of the biggest venture capital firms in the world, and they are making predictions about the price of XRP. Again, they are stressing some important information. We need to recognize that XRP's pricing has been established from the start, and what a great way to get free XRP. Just like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with XRP in it. Then, use the link in my description to sign up for a transaction on Uphold, which is one of the best XRP ledger exchanges. You can send any amount of money from 1 penny to $1 to $10. Once you finish that, you'll get up to $100 as a gift to buy more XRP with. And, once more, if XRP's value has already been set at $10,000, then 100 XRP times $10,000, or up to $100 worth of XRP times $10,000. And you're looking at more than $1 million just because you weren't lazy and took 3 seconds or 3 minutes to sign up, upload, and make a transaction. So take advantage of this great chance. So let's go on to the video now that we've said that. XRP is now worth $2.22. But if we step back and look at the whole picture. XRP is worth thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. I didn't check this, but many analysts who work for the Federal Reserve have confirmed it. They are actually investing in XRP, and there are no officials from Ripple Labs like the CEO of Ripple Labs, Brad Konya, Ripple CTO, David Shorts, Joel Katz, and many other officials. We are showing two clips today. I'm going to show you guys this right now to prove that Forbes just said that XRP's price might go up to $60,000, and we might see it very soon. Let's play the clip. We need to think about the debt when we talk about the price of XRP. Central banks want to get rid of that debt right now, and they found a way to do it. Blockchain. In my judgment, based on the study I've done, they really are going to do this. I can also confirm that the International Monetary Fund previously agreed on a price before all of this integration started to happen. So this happened a few years back. They agreed on a price, and Linda P. Jones's buddy, who worked at the Central Bank of Australia, gave me a lot of information. She claimed that they agreed on a fee, which is in the thousands. We need to think about the global debt, the reason central banks want to get rid of it, and how they can use XRP as a source of liquidity to make things more open and clear when we talk about the XRP price again. This is what they're going to use when they move into the digital economy. XRP is a financial tool that helps the world economy. There are many methods to fix that, but it may also be fixed by regulation pouring in from above. We know it's going to happen soon, isn't it? So when I say imminent, I would be surprised if we're still in the SEC lawsuit in a quarter of a year. I think the world is in such a bad state that we need a solution like XRP for liquidity purposes sooner rather than later. So the question is, how did we magically fix it? Where does the price go? It's easy to guess that it's a double-digit figure. So, I guess that goes right up to $10, maybe even $20. The wild card for me is that the central banks and governments could actually make a deal to have XRP be the world's bridge currency, a neutral asset that could be traded between the central banks to move one type of fiat to another. If that happens, it's back to what we were talking about before. It has to cover most of the money, and I think XRP would settle on a range of deals. So, this would happen right away, and it would cost between $10,000 and $35,000 every coin. And our life will be the same or different? I don't know. A little different, I guess. The point is evident now. The price of XRP in Europe is $50,000. The US has established the XRP price to something like $59,000. And Forbes was only reporting what they had heard from the US and these central banks that had verified it. They have, in fact, confirmed that the price of XRP is in the tens of thousands of dollars. A study has confirmed that 19 central banks around the world have bought a total of €5,800,000,000 worth of XRP. The report didn't indicate whose central banks these were, but it did say that 19 central banks throughout the world have bought this much XRP. These are really big figures, and they keep getting bigger. I mean, when you look at how much XRP there is, they're helping people see numbers like 50 billion and 60 billion that they've never seen before. Think about how much money that is, and how much money is going into the XRP ledger as a whole. Also, think about how much money will keep pouring into the XRP ledger as it grows and gets the attention of the big payment companies. Of course, we also need to talk about the XRP ledger and B exchange. the best XRP ledger platform for buying and selling your favorite XRP ledger, primary currencies, utility coins, and just crypto in general. Exchange is now open for business, and users may buy, sell, and trade XRP ledger, meme currencies, utility coins, and more. And customers can even get to all of this on their phones by downloading the Bexchange app, which is now available in both the App Store and Google Play. Bexchange is also the main training platform for the XRP ledger, EVM chains, and Solana. Of course, this is huge now. It's a great chance for everybody who wants to get in. This is your chance to get in on some of the great chances that the City Ledger has to offer, such token jewels that will make individuals rich. That stated, Vantage Change has now officially introduced the BXE coin, which is their own token. People can now purchase and sell the BXE token, but it's getting ready for a big breakout since so many people want to use Vantage Change. This is a huge deal. But we're talking about the potential here. The Bank Exchange token, or BXC token, could really help all the money on Bank Exchange. Its value could go up by hundreds of thousands of percentages, like Crypto.com did with its CRO, which went up by hundreds of thousands of percentages. BXC might be able to perform something like that. So, like I said before, I'm not a financial advisor. No financial advisors are undertaking study, but it's absolutely something to keep an eye out for. Now that I've said that, I want to remind you all not to forget to use my link in the description to get up to $100 worth of free XRP when you submit.